I have created top 5 must-have unlocks for both the first and second C. And with the latest update, I honestly think, other than some small updates, maybe some new fruits and whatever, the third C is finished. This mirror is where Luffy breaks out after he defeats Katakuri, and they leave Whole Cake Island and make their way straight for Wano. I think Wano, because it has like 5 or 6, I can't remember, distinct different districts, the fourth C could just be Wano. Let me know what you think of that in the comment section down below. By the way, also subscribe. Only 30% of you are subscribed. So with the third C basically completed, I think it is about time that we could talk about the top 5 most important unlocks for the third C. We're going in descending order. So the last one in today's video is the most important one. This one is number 5, and that is the portals. We don't have a fourth C yet, which means you need to be able to get around the third C very easily. And these portals are really awesome for that. Whether you're bounty hunting or just unlocking other things on this list, portals are great to have. You're going to want to go to the castle in the sea like this, and you're going to talk to the elite hunter, and he'll tell you which island they've recently seen the elite NPC on, Floating Turtle. All right, so if you use the wiki to learn where all the spawn locations are, if you don't already know, you can come and just kill the elite NPC. They really aren't difficult. And hey, look at that. If you're lucky, you'll get the God's Chalice. This is where you're going to need a group of people. So public server maybe, or friends. Go to the Sea Castle and use your God's Chalice here to summon the Indra boss. Once you defeat Indra, you only have to beat him once. It'll unlock the portals. One of the best unlocks you can get. It just makes life so much easier. The fourth most important thing, I believe, is both Electric Claw and Dragon Talon. God Human is okay, but Electric Claw and Dragon Talon are easier to get and are probably better. So for Electric Claw, it's pretty straightforward. Once you have 400 mastery in the electric fighting style, which you can get from the first C, talk to previous hero. He'll ask you to run to the mansion within 30 seconds, which is pretty easy to do, especially if you're a mink. Once you've done that, you'll get a message saying he wants to speak to you, and it'll cost 3 million belly and 5,000 fragments. Now, for the next one, you do need 400 mastery in Dragon Breath in order to get Dragon Talon, but you can do this first step before you have the money or the mastery on Dragon Breath. So you can come to Death King here on the Haunted Castle and you'll do the random surprises. You're looking to obtain Fire Essence. Now you can only do 10 of these every 2 hours. They cost 50 bones each. So what you're going to want to do is, while maybe you're working on the mastery or getting the money and fragments, do this every 2 hours until you get an item called Fire Essence. It'll appear in your inventory just like the God's Chalice, or just like the Hollow Essence, which is a different item. From the front of the castle here, you need to head up over here. Once you've got the Fire Essence, climb all the way up over here, and you'll be able to turn it into an NPC that's up here. This guy right here. You could turn it in, and you'll gain the ability to purchase Dragon Talon in the future. Then you can go and get your 3 million bellies and 5,000 fragments, and get your Dragon Breath to 400 mastery. Come back, and you can buy it off him without needing a second Fire Essence. Because Fire Essence could take so long, it's recommended that you start trying to get it first and then worry about your mastery and currency afterwards. Number 3 is a relatively new one, which is the Cursed Dual Katana. Even if you are not a swordsman, this is a very, very useful item to have. The best part about the Cursed Dual Katana, not only is it strong, but if you're not a swordsman and say you're using the Door Fruit or your PvP fruit can't fly very well, the Slayer of Goliath, if held in, is really good for climbing up into the air. You can get up really high, and you've got stall abilities like this one, and then you can stall with its Z move to stay in the air while you're waiting for other things to come off cooldown. And this gives you like, it's just really good because of how high it jumps up. It makes it relatively easy to get to the top of the map. It's also strong, but I mostly use it to fly around because it has a really good distance. In order to get Cursed Dual Katana, I'm sure you already know, but you've got to head up behind the mansion here, up to this tower, and talk to the crypt master right here. He's going to open the crypt for you. Now, you will have to have 350 mastery on both Tushita and Yama. If this sword wasn't in the game, I would have recommended that you get Tushita anyway, which means you would have already had Yama. So you also need to be level 2200s. This is an end game-ish one. Once you've talked to the NPC, the crypt is open. You come in here and there's 2 puzzles for 2 different scrolls that you have to do, which will allow you to get the pieces for this gem. Open up, go in there, and defeat the monster to get yourself the cursed dual katana. There are video guides, and of course, there's also the wiki, which you should check out for doing this puzzle. The cursed dual katana is really awesome, though. Like, check out this distance. I basically made it to the mansion with 1 move. That's probably the longest distance you can travel with any attack in the game. Number 2, super important, really changes the game once you have it. I was late to getting it, and it is totally underrated for me anyway. Everybody else realizes that it's great. And that's Observation version 2, which requires a fair bit to unlock. So first, you need to be over level 1,800, which isn't too hard. You're in the 3rd sea. You're also going to have to train up your regular Observation Haki to 5,000 XP. You can head back to the 1st sea, talk to the god of destruction, or Usopp, to find out how much XP you currently have. You then need to complete the citizen quest, which is this guy right here. Talk to him. After the citizen's quest, you'll gain access to the musketeer hat, which is basically you finish this quest, but you also have to have the item. 5 million belly is also the amount that it's going to cost. And then you're going to want to head over here on the giant turtle island. Follow around, and we're heading up into these little shells over here. I think these aren't shells. I think they're pineapples. This is where your cursed dual katana comes in. Very, very useful. And here we go. You've got to complete the Hungry Man quest. This is where the banana and those items appear around the map. You got to collect those. Bring them back to him. Then for 5 million belly, he will teach you Observation Haki version 2, which is way better. It'll tell you what items other players have. Like, if you were using it on me, you'd be able to see my god human, my door fruit. You'd see that I have the cursed dual katana. Let's do a couple of honorable mentions before we get to number 1. I won't show you how to get these, but I will tell you roughly what you need to do. The accessory that I use the most, because I like to go fast, is the hunter's cloak. You can also get it. You can get it in 3 different colors. There's also a bandana, which does the exact same thing. Comes in the same 3 colors. You can get these while trying to get your god's chalice to unlock the portals. They basically add 15% movement speed, a couple of other stats, but they're really, really good purely because of the movement speed. You'll see a lot of players using them unless they're PvPing, in which case there are better accessories. Speaking of better accessories, one that is great and very easy to get if you get the Hollow Essence while trying to get your Fire Essence, you can spawn the Soul Reaper boss. If you defeat him, he'll drop the Holy Crown. This has really good basic increases to all of your stats, damage, and defenses. It's not the best for PvP or for grinding, but it's really, really good, and you get it guaranteed when you defeat the Soul Reaper. He also drops the Hollow Scythe, which is very cool to own. It's, you know, it's not as amazing as the Cursed Dual Katana, but it's still great, and it has a lot of combos that go with it. If we head over to Cake Land, I'm sure you've seen the giant mirror here. You guys seen the regular Katakuri boss. I gotta say that both the spiky trident and the Pale Scarf are really good to have. The Pale Scarf actually makes your Observation Haki work over a greater distance, and the Spiky Trident is used in so many combos because it has a great variety of grab and movement skills, so they're both definitely worth getting. And the final one, I'm sure a lot of you veteran players have already guessed this, even though we don't know how to get it yet. We do know that Race Awakening is going to be insanely powerful because that's what the staff have told us. If you are one of the lucky few that can figure out how to pull this lever, I still don't have the strength, then you can work your way to unlocking Race Awakening, which gives you a new activation red bar, which we believe goes underneath your energy bar here. During combat, this bar fills up, and when it is full, you're able to use an awakening skill, which apparently turns the tide of most battles. It's supposedly going to make it so people can't run away from you, and if used at the right time, it could win you a fight. It could make fights faster. It also means that if you can dodge someone else's Race Awakening long enough and then use your own after them when they failed to beat you with it, you could win a fight very easily. It sounds crazy. They sound really, really good. It's just, unfortunately, Not a lot of people know how to do it yet. I will definitely have a video up on the channel once we know how to do this. I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to see my mink in its Sulong form. And I can't wait to go really, really fast. So guys, comment down below. What do you think of the list? Is there anything that you would have placed more important than my top 5? And is there anything you would have put on the honorable mentions list that I may have forgotten about? If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. If you do, turn on post notifications. Again, less than 30% of you are subscribed, meaning we could hit 500K this year if everybody just subscribes to the channel. Thanks for watching, boys, and I'll see you all next time.